Welcome to this video showing you how to deploy your already made test in Performance Matters to your students. To access your tests, you want to go to the Test tab and then go to the Test Center. When you're in the Test Center, what you'll see is a long list, potentially, of tests that have been created in the Indian Hill system. So in order to find your test, you can either filter by the subject, filter by the grade, filter by the type of test, or if you remember the title, which is advisable to make sure you have a clear title, or the ID number, you can use those. So once you find your test, and this one is the one I'm using today, you can click on the test name to go back and edit it. Or since we're focusing on just releasing the test to the students, if you go to this administer column, you can go into select and you can select to release. And it doesn't matter if you're doing the online or paper-based version, but you can select to release here. When you're releasing the test, this menu will show you all of the students that are eligible to take your test based on the subject you chose and the grade levels you chose. So this may include students that you do not actually have class or intend to release the test to. In order to narrow this down, like with the baseball card, you can add filters, which you see have the same titles as were on the baseball card. So if I only want to give this to show only the 7th graders in this list, I can select that filter to add. A second way I can narrow down this list, if I scroll down, is instead of doing all classes, if you click here, you can do it by class section. You can also add filters, just so you know, there is a filter for teacher in that filter box that you can select. It's under geographical, I believe. Anyway, so if I have my students here that I'm ready to release to, you can choose the entire class or you can choose a small segment of it. If you're going to release, you just need to decide, am I going to do online administration or am I going to do paper copy? You're going to release the test online so that the students access it through the student OLA, which is linked on our school websites, and the login is there the same as Blackboard. Their student ID or lunch code is their username, and then their birthday is their 8-digit birthday is their password. In order to release it to the online, you're going to use this release button. So select the students you want to release it to, and you can release it. Now you notice the star has been added in to their name, and the assigned number is now 4. That tells you that you have released the test to that many students. However, if you would prefer to do the paper version, so I'm going to choose a few students here to release the paper version to. The other options down here are what you're interested in. And the one that we suggest you use is pre-slugged sheets. What that means when I click that, so I have my student selected and then I did pre-slugged sheets. What it'll do is it'll give you a PDF of the basically Scantron sheets for those students. And what will happen is these sheets are already pre-filled in with their name and their student code, which is connected to how this will get graded. And it automatically connects the student answers to the correct student. So you can see I have a PDF for each of the students that I just selected. So when I look, and I'm going to go out and then come back in here. When you look now, those students that I assigned it to, instead of having the star next to them, will have the PDF symbol next to their status, but they've been assigned that test. So now that my students have the test assigned to them, all I have to do is administer. When it's administered online, the scoring is going to happen, just so you know, automatically to those multiple choice and numeric grid questions. Now, automatically does not mean instantly. So you do have to wait about 15 minutes after the student completes the test to be able to actually start getting their data. If you do the paper copy of the test, what you're going to do is you're going to actually scan those score sheets in. And again, if you use those pre-slugged, their names are already on them. It's already going to be put into the system. You're going to go to your copier and you're going to scan those in and send it to Performance Matters directly. So how you would do that is when you're on the scan and send option in the address book, you're going to go to the P's, and Performance Matters, you can see on here, is one of the options for a destination. So you're going to scan, and you could do it all in one batch. You're going to scan all of your answer sheets into Performance Matters. Again, give them a small amount of time, 15 minutes or so, before you expect those results to be in Performance Matters for you. But online or paper copy, both simple grading and getting those into the system. Thank you for watching, and hopefully now you know how to get your students to be able to take your Performance Matters assessment.